Let's dive into this Steve Kerr shit, man. Because Steve Kerr, I got something to tell you. Now, listen, real quick. I posted a little video last night or retweeted a little deal last night, and no shit, it was fake. But what he said wasn't. And there was a point to showing what I had to say. Now, let's talk about what he actually said. I love when you guys say, JB got whatever the fake account is. You got trolled accounted or whatever the fuck you guys call it out there. I don't give a fuck. Are you shitting me? You think I give a fuck? Do you really think I'm going to go delete it now? Because it was a fake account? Bailey, pull it up. What this fuck had to say.
Well, I mean, I believe in democracy, and I think the American people have spoken and voted for Trump, and I want him to do well the next 4 years. I want our country to do well. So I'm just thankful that there wasn't any voting fraud this time. You know, it's last time, I mean, all those illegal immigrants who crashed the border and raped and murdered people and then voted 6 times. That was unfortunate, but thankfully this time everything was clean. So it's great that every election has been really valid, except for that last one 4 years ago. So twinkle in my eye as I say that, in case you couldn't see it.
Michael Jordan made you, motherfucker. Let's just be real. You are nobody besides him. Then Steph Curry and Klay Thompson made you a coach. Let's stop. Let's stop it. Stop the cap, as you guys say. Luke Walton lost 1 game as an interim head coach, motherfucker. Just so we're clear. You had the best team in basketball, plug and play. I would have went there and lost 1 game or 2. Hey, Steph, throw it to Klay. He's in the corner. Hit it. Let's go home. I don't need to coach that team back then. Luke Walton did it. Luke Walton's been fired by every organization since. But all of a sudden, he was a fucking coach of the year under your ass when you supposedly had back problems. Listen, man, we gotta let me center myself real quick and be honest. We gotta stop with the hypocrisy. And this is what I'm saying. Don't talk about politics as a sports guy and then come out and say I'm a sports guy and I don't talk about politics. It makes 0 sense. Stop saying let's keep politics out of sports when we have sports heads like Steve Kerr and Popovich talking about politics. If you're going to talk about politics, then we're going to talk about sports. And sports people are going to get talked about when it comes to politics. So stop telling me, keep it out of sports, JB. But then it's okay for Kerr to do what he does. And as he said, I got a twinkle in my eye because there was no voter fraud. No, there actually still was voting fraud. But it was just so dominant of a election that they couldn't try to fake it twice. Steve Kerr, twinkle in your eye, motherfucker. That's the truth. But see, we don't want to talk about it. And the truth is, Steve Kerr, you probably know a bunch of people at the Diddy party. So that's just what it is. It is what it is, though. We'll go for that, and it is what it is. Can I give you the truth assessment of what it is, though? Let me be really honest. Popovich, Steve Kerr, these other talking white coaches, do you really think they're going to go in to a 99% black played sport like basketball or football? Do you really think you're going to get the coach to come out there and say, I couldn't be happier that Trump won today? Do you really think it, with all this bullshit BS in the air, that Trump's a racist and that the right conservative wing guys are all racist? That's all they could do. By the way, I don't know if you realize this in the history of law, in history, slavery was created by who? Does anyone know? Oh, the Democrats. And Republicans did what? Oh, abolished it. But now you still want to say that we're the racists on the right, not the left. Ignorance is life-threatening. You should go read a book. You really should. Because these motherfuckers haven't. They haven't read a book. And that's the problem. That's just the truth. Of course, it's not quite true, Hoffman. I'm sure it's not. Because it doesn't fit your narrative, right? I love when they say it's not quite true, but okay. That means you don't fucking know anything about anything, and you just want to make sure it fits your narrative because you have no facts to back it up. Like, I can just sit here and talk about the history of fucking anything I want because I'm that motherfucker. And you're sitting there Googling shit trying to figure out what it really means. And then you're going to come back and say, well, it's not really true, but okay. Because you don't know shit and you don't have anything to back it up. It's all started in the ME. God. Who told you that? Your history teacher in Baltimore? Who told you that? Who lied to you? Who lied to you? Who lied to you? Can I ask you guys in the chat real quick? Can I ask you guys in the chat real quick? When it comes to real estate and the demographic within it, who put that into play? Why are projects all in black neighborhoods? I don't know if you realize that. I want to ask you guys who put that in play. Democrats or Republicans? I want to ask you. And then there was a narrative. There was a narrative that came out years ago. And then they said that the Republicans were the rich Beverly Hills ran people, and they were the white collar, and that they put blacks and projects in those situations and in those certain demographics. Well, it's not true. The Democrats did it. And they control the real estate market by controlling certain areas, by putting these people here and those people there. And then they say that the white people are rich, they sit on the hill, and the black people are down here in the fucking project. The Democrats did it. Go check it out. Go look it up. Why now, all of a sudden, is the left the ones with the money and the right are the ones struggling and broke? Go ask yourself that question. I want to wait. I'll wait. When before it used to be the right was so rich and so wealthy and the left were broke and blue collar. That's what I was. I was blue collar broke growing up. That's when it was the Democrat Party. Now it's not. It's fucking so far left that it's not even a party anymore. Compton was all white. Compton was Beverly Hills when my dad was growing up. Contrary to belief. Compton was Beverly Hills growing up. You should go read my book. I have some great stories in there. Compton was Beverly Hills, and then Compton became what it is now. Go check it out. Compton was Beverly Hills of California. I'm just throwing you out there real quick. You should go check it out. Compton was Beverly Hills. Woodsey, you fucking idiot. Were you around? Do you know? By the way, Compton was also a cow town. Compton was a cow town, and Compton still has a huge cow portion of the city. Go check it out, right by the LA River. Compton was the richest part of California at one point. Why do you think Marilyn Monroe is from there? And John Wayne and fucking Kevin Costner and a million other motherfuckers. Compton. Compton in the house. You motherfuckers have no idea. You have no clue about real shit that happened. But then guess what happened? Why is it that when the brothers in Compton were forced to leave, and that's why Compton now is more brown than black, FYI, go do some research. Compton's not a black city anymore. It is a brown city. It started this in the late 90s. It started to go from straight black to brown. But anyway, what do I know? Why is it that brothers was pushed out to Moreno Valley Palmdale, Lancaster, North Vegas. But what do I know? Why were they pushed out? And then what happened when the National Guard went into the Nickerson Gardens? The National Guard goes into the Nickerson Gardens and tries to relocate project babies to Lancaster and Palmdale. Victorville, another one. Why is that? Do you think it was the right that did that? You're out of your fucking mind. Go do some fucking research and read a book and come back and holler at me, especially when it comes to hoods in California. None of you can fuck with me. Stop. Anyway, history lesson's over. Let's get back to football.